What's going on, guys? Today we're going to do things a little differently. We're going to talk about creating a poor man's tilt shift lens thanks to an article I read on Petapixel by Sam Hurd. He's an amazing wedding photographer. So I figured I would buy a lens, break it to get a tilt shift effect, and then I'm going to use it at a wedding and see if I can create something awesome and usable and keepable, and show you guys how you can do the same thing. But anyways, I'm going to go pick up a sandwich because I'm pretty hungry right now. And then we're gonna go unbox the lens that I just got. I'm gonna show you how to take it apart the right way, and then I'm gonna use it at a wedding tomorrow to see if I can get any keepable images or what I get with it. So see you in a bit. Okay, so the tools you'll need: a screwdriver and some super glue. What you're gonna do is you're gonna unscrew 3 screws here, 1, 2, and 3. And once you get that unscrewed, you're going to need to be careful in taking off the mount. For some reason it was a little difficult to pull off here, and I pull a little too hard and pieces go everywhere. But it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And there they go. Now, once I clean all this up, the next thing you'll notice is that we have to cut off this ribbon piece. Now, whatever you do, please do not attempt to cut it off the way that I do. For some reason I lose common sense for a second here. I regain common sense and cut it the right way. And there we go, it's cut off. And now what we're going to be doing is gluing the aperture open. For Nikon lenses, they default to a closed aperture, and Canon glass, they default to an open aperture. So Canon, you don't need to really worry about it. If this is a Nikon lens, then you're going to need to glue it open, just like this. So one thing I noticed is it's taking forever for the glue to dry, and I ended up putting some weight down on it for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes or so. Alright, so this is the final result once you get everything taken off and you have your aperture glued open if you're doing a Nikon lens. If you're doing a Canon lens, Canon defaults to open where Nikon defaults to close, which is why we need to glue it open. So once it's done and glued open, the next thing you're going to want to do is focus your lens to infinity. And once you have that, the next thing you need is a camera, preferably a camera with a live view. And what you're going to do is you're going to free lens your lens in front of the camera. Now, depending on the shot, just like with a lot of different things in photography, it all depends on what you're shooting. Will determine on where you tilt, how far you come into the camera, how far away you go from the camera, things of that nature. So again, the live view really helps you get your shot faster, and something that I highly recommend, and I'm sure a lot of other photographers would recommend as well. But that's essentially how you do it. If this opening here, if having your sensor exposed is a concern, this may not be the technique for you. But if you want to risk it for the biscuit and get those cool shots, this is a great technique. And I'll go ahead and show you a couple images that I got at a recent wedding. Alright guys, before I show the images, I do want to say one thing. Practice, practice, practice this technique. I practiced a little bit before the wedding, and it definitely was not enough to get the technique down 100%. I feel like I'm maybe at like a 25, 35, maybe even 40% with the technique. I walked away with three images. 2 of them were not exactly what I wanted. I misfocused on the groom in one and misfocused on the bride in one, but I feel like it could work. So I'm kind of happy with them. The last one I didn't nail 100%, but I do feel like what I did get in focus, I do feel like everything kind of works together. I'm kind of happy with it. I know I can do better next time. But if you guys try this technique, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next video.